Hello and welcome to On the Mat with Lydia. That's me, and whatever has brought you to your yoga practice here today, you are very welcome here. Today's class is a celebration for Earth Day. So this is not only an opportunity to really celebrate this beautiful planet that we get the privilege of living on, but also to celebrate yourself as nature, as part of these greater rhythms of life. So whenever you're ready, let's get on the mat. Let's begin seated on the mat with your hands back behind you and your feet planted on the mat in front of you. Please step your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance apart, and we'll begin to windshield wiper the knees side to side. So taking a moment here for just a little bit of movement before we find stillness and really center into this practice. And for our Earth Day celebration today, we will of course be doing a practice that is really inspired by nature. But our yoga practice is already really inspired by the natural world. You've probably noticed that a lot of our postures are named after animals and natural features. So we'll be exploring some of those postures today on the mat. Now you'll also observe out in nature that there aren't a lot of straight lines and hard angles. So within our body's movements, within our postures, we'll see how it feels to bring in a little bit more fluidity into the practice, some more organic movement so that we're not kind of stuck into those hard angles and shapes. So as you feel ready, start to bring your knees towards stillness, planting down through the soles of your feet, planting your palms onto the earth behind you, lifting up tall through your chest as you root down through your hips. And if it feels safe and comfortable for you, you can close your eyes. Taking a moment to feel the parts of your body that are touching the earth underneath you. Feeling yourself how you are held in this space. And inviting in a few moments of stillness to really bring yourself into your body, into this moment. Feeling the solidity of the earth underneath you. And feeling the support in your body from your bones, from your muscles. Tuning into all that supports you. And noticing the flow of your breath, this natural rhythm of inhales and exhales. And feeling that within that support, there's still room for movement, for flow, for exploration. So let's take just another couple of breaths here to really arrive for practice. And all together we'll take one more inhale through the nose. Let it out with a sigh or a sound. And as you're ready, if your eyes are closed, flutter them open, readjust to the light in your space. Moving slowly, begin to cross one shin in front of the other. Rock your weight forward, and let's come onto hands and knees. So finding your tabletop position here, taking a moment as you arrive, spreading your fingers wide, rooting down through your palms, and finding your nice long spine. Taking an inhale here. As you exhale, tuck your chin, lift your belly, start to round your spine into your cat pose. With your next inhale, start to arch the back, lift the chest, find your cow. As you exhale, round your spine, lift your navel, find your cat. Again, with your breath, inhaling into your cow and exhaling into your cat. Now, please keep this going on your own, moving at your own pace through this cat-cow. And I invite you today to bring in a little bit of organic movement. So anything that feels good as you wake up the spine here, maybe adding in some circles of the hips, maybe a little wiggle side to side. Just getting out of the kind of rigidity of these postures and letting yourself explore this movement a little bit more. Following the sensations in your body, finding what feels best for you today. And all together here, let's take one more inhale. Exhale to round into that cat pose. With your next inhale, lengthen out into your neutral spine. Tuck your left toes behind you. Begin to slide your left heel towards the back of your mat. Then travel that left foot towards the right corner of your mat. Look back over your right shoulder so that you can see your left foot. Coming into our tiger stretch here, lengthening through that left side body. Reaching the left heel back and pushing through your palms. Beautiful. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, slowly bring your head, your leg back to center. Left knee meets your right in tabletop position. Switching sides, tucking your right toes, slide your right heel back, find that length through your leg. And then travel right foot to the left side of your mat. Look back over your left shoulder so that you can see your foot. Now resist the urge to let your belly drop and arch the back. Instead, keep that strength in the core, lifting your navel up and lengthening back through your tail. Awesome. Let's take one more inhale here. As you exhale, slowly bring your head, your leg back through center. But let's keep that right leg back, rooting into the ball of the right foot. Really push through your palms as you step your left foot back to meet your right, coming into your plank pose. Beautiful. Take an inhale right here. As you exhale, lift your hips up and back, coming into our downward facing dog. While you're here, might feel nice to take some movement, maybe bending the knees, pedaling the heels. Again, bringing in some freedom of movement here. So anything that feels good for your body, maybe even circling the hips, shaking through the head. And then as you settle into your downward facing dog, take just a moment in stillness. Feeling yourself rooted through the hands, through the feet, connected to the earth. Let's take another inhale here. Bend both knees deeply. As you exhale, take a walk towards the top of your mat. Feeling each footprint kiss the earth as you step your feet up to meet your hands. Forward fold, bowing over the legs. Maybe bringing in a gentle sway side to side if that feels nice to release the low back. And giving yourself a few breaths to really hang heavy here. Feeling your feet really pushing into the earth. Rooting you to this spot so that you can stretch and breathe through the entire length of the back body. And let's stay for another inhale right here. And exhale. With your next inhale, sliding hands to thighs or shins, find your halfway lift. As you exhale, push through your feet, rise all the way up to standing. Shoulders roll back and down, gazing straight forward as you find your Tadasana, mountain pose. Beautiful. Now standing strong at the top of your mat, pushing down through your feet, lifting tall through the crown of your head. Please take your next inhale to reach both arms to the sky. As you exhale, shift your weight to your right foot. Now inhale, cross that left leg behind your right as you reach up a little bit taller. Exhale, grab your left wrist and reach up and over to the right for a side stretch. So really lengthening out through that left side waist. Weight is in the right foot, just on the ball of that left foot behind you. Beautiful. Lifting up and out of the hips as you take another inhale here. Now as you exhale, begin to hinge from your hips, folding the upper body down over that right leg. Release that hold on your wrist as you drop your right hand towards the mat and bring your left hand towards your hip. Weight shifts forward into your right foot as you inhale. As you exhale, hug your navel as you lift the left leg, opening your hips, opening your heart in half moon. Beautiful. Finding your balance here today. Really anchoring down through the right foot, kicking back through the left, really strong and powerful through the legs. Finding that support through the lower body as you breathe into the belly, the ribs, the chest. Let's take one more inhale here. As you exhale, bend your right knee, reach your left foot back, land into your warrior two. Awesome. Inhale, sweep your right arm back, reverse warrior. Stay for your exhale here. One more inhale to reach through that right arm. Exhale, hands pinwheel all the way down to your mat. Lift your back heels so that you can square your hips. Find a lunge. Root down through your left hand. Take your next inhale to sweep your right arm open. Turn your chest into a twist. Hugging your shoulder blades together as you lift your heart. Let's take one more inhale here. As you exhale, unwind that twist. Hands come to frame your right foot. Step it all the way back to your downward facing dog, lifting your hips, rooting through the balls of the feet. Let's take a breath in and breath out. With your inhale, shift forward towards your plank pose. As you exhale, lower your knees, your chest, your chin to the mat, lifting the booty, kind of like a little inchworm here. Then inhale, drop your hips, lift your heart, find a cobra pose. As you exhale, push through the palms, lift yourself back up towards that downward facing dog. You got it. Let's take a breath in, bend the knees. As you breathe out, make your way to the top of your mat, feet coming up to meet your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way to stand, arms sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Take a moment finding that strong mountain pose, rooting through the feet, lifting up tall. And when you're ready, we're going to take that to the other side. So finding that mountain pose at the top of your mat, inhale, arms sweep up. As you exhale, shift your weight towards your left foot. Inhale, cross your right leg behind your left. Reach a little taller. As you exhale, grab the right wrist and reach up and over into that side stretch. So really light on that right foot as you lengthen through the side waist and lift your chest towards the sky. Awesome. Let's take one more inhale here. Now as you exhale, begin to hinge from your hips, fold forward, coming down over that left leg. Left hand finds the mat, maybe a block, as your right hand comes to your hip. Weight shifts to your left foot with an inhale. Take your exhale to sweep your right leg back, opening the hips, creating your half moon balance pose. Take a moment here to find your foundations, anchoring through the left foot, light on that left hand. And then call upon that strength of your core, that fire in the belly, to help keep you supported as you find your balance. You got this. Let's take just one more inhale here. As you exhale, bend your left knee, reach your right foot back. Let's land it into warrior two. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and back, reverse warrior. Stay for your exhale. Another inhale here. Exhale, hands pinwheel all the way to the mat. Square off your hips, find a lunge. Rooting down through your right hand. Take your next inhale to sweep your left arm open into a twist. Really pushing up away from the mat with that right hand. Feeling that lightness up through the left fingertips, creating this wingspan across the arms. And let's take one more inhale here. Exhale, left hand comes down. Step it back into your downward facing dog. With your inhale, shift your weight forward to your plank. As you exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, find that inchworm shape. Inhale for Cobra, drop your hips, lift your heart. Exhale, make your way back into downward facing dog. Pausing for a breath in and breath out. As you inhale, bend your knees, maybe look forward. As you exhale, walk, step, lightly hop to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Inhale, root to rise, reaching for the sky. And exhale, hands come down through heart center. Mountain pose, maybe take a moment here to shake things out if that feels good. We're going to get ready to move through that sequence one more time on each side, this time with the option to add in a little bit more of that organic movement. So from your mountain pose at the top of your mat, take an inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, cross that left foot behind. Inhale, reach nice and tall, grab that left wrist. Exhale, reach up and over, finding your side stretch. Now as you inhale, think about lifting your heart towards the sky. As you exhale, begin to fold forward over your leg, rolling the spine down. Right hand plants down as your left hand finds your left hip. Inhale, setting up for that half moon. As you exhale, float your left leg up, opening the hips and chest, finding your balance. Now this time you might like to play around with that top arm, perhaps finding your wingspan, left arm to the sky, maybe even reaching that left arm overhead. Noticing how it feels to play around a little bit here. And let's stay for one more inhale. As you exhale, begin to bend that right knee. As you do, reach that left arm forward over your left ear. Land your left foot down. Take an inhale to sweep all the way up and back to reverse warrior. Stay for your exhale here. Inhale, turning your chest to the sky. Exhale, hands pinwheel all the way to your mat. Square your hips and find your lunge. Planting down through your left palm, take an inhale, sweep your right arm open to your twist. As you exhale, settle in here. Now option to keep the back knee lifted or lower it down to the mat. An option again to play around with that top arm. So perhaps sweeping the arm overhead, maybe reaching back towards the left foot, maybe even taking some circles, making this a little bit more dynamic today. Again, exploring some shapes here today, finding freedom in these postures. Let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, unwind your twist, plant that right palm down, and let's step it back into downward facing dog. Taking your inhale to shift your weight forward to your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra, drop your hips, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your time to get there. As you arrive, pause for a breath in and breath out. Inhaling to bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, walk, step, or bunny hop your feet to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands find heart center. Mountain pose, maybe shake it out if you'd like. We're gonna get ready to take that on the other side. When you're ready, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, right leg crosses behind your left. Inhale, get tall as you grab for the right wrist. Exhale, reach up and over into that side stretch. Inhale, turning your chest to the sky. Exhale, begin to roll your spine down, folding forward over that left leg. Planting the left palm as you root into the left foot, inhale. Exhale, sweep the right leg open, rising into your half moon balance. Now again, you know the options here. As you really root down through the lower body, get strong through the legs, find that you have freedom to explore through the upper body. So maybe moving that right arm around a little bit. You might even play with perhaps bending that right knee, maybe even catching the foot. Taking a few moments to explore. Another inhale here. As you exhale, bend your left knee, reach your right arm overhead. Landing your right foot down, take an inhale to sweep up and back, reverse warrior. Stay for your exhale. Inhale right here. As you exhale, hands pinwheel down to the mat, squaring off your hips, setting up into your lunge. Rooting down through your right palm, take an inhale, sweep your left arm open. As you exhale, settle into your twist. Option to drop the back knee or keep it lifted. Option to play with moving that top arm. Seeing what feels most natural for your body here today. Knowing that it does not even necessarily have to be a specific yoga pose, but playing kind of outside the lines of your yoga postures here today. And let's take another inhale here. As you exhale, unwind your twist, planting your palms, and let's step it back into downward facing dog. One more time for today. Take your inhale to shift forward to your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale for cobra, drop your hips, lift your heart. Exhale this time, let's press it back into child's pose. Hips meeting your heels, chest melting down over your thighs. Now, option today, if child's pose just is not feeling right for your body, that's a-okay. Instead, you can find a seated position, reach the arms forward, and take a gentle fold. So whichever shape feels most peaceful for you in this moment, please go there now. And let's stay for a few rounds of breath here. Noticing how you feel after that movement. Notice how it felt to explore some of these postures, perhaps in a different way than you ever have before. Really allowing yourself to tune into this wild and natural part of yourself. This part of you that doesn't fit into those right angles. It doesn't fit into boxes or walls. But this really natural part of you, this primal part of you that is connected with all of the earth, all of nature. And let's stay here for another moment, taking a breath in and breath out. Slowly making your way up towards a seated position on your mat. No rush to get there. And as you make your way onto your booty, please bring your legs out in front of you. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees open out wide, setting up for our butterfly pose. So lifting up tall on those sits bones. Take an inhale to lift up through your spine. As you exhale, begin to fold forward, reaching your heart towards your toes. As you come down any amount over your legs, it might feel nice to support your knees, perhaps grabbing some blocks or pillows. And then seeing that rather than pushing the feet together, we're actually going to let the soles of the feet open up towards the sky. So kind of like a flower blooming up, opening towards the sun. And through opening the feet, through letting that bloom here, we're allowing the hips to open a little bit more. So let's settle in for about 5 more rounds of breath in stillness and silence here, exploring this butterfly pose. All together, let's find one more inhale here. And exhale. With your next natural inhale, slowly begin to rise back up to seated, taking your time. Hands come to the outer edges of your legs as you gently press the legs back together, feet plant onto the floor. Now from here, please draw your right heel in towards your left glute, letting the right knee drop down. That left foot is going to cross over that right thigh, planting onto the mat. Now if your right knee is talking to you today, you always have the option instead to extend the leg long. Wherever you choose to be today, root down through those hips, take an inhale to get tall. As you exhale, turn your chest to the left and take a twist towards that knee. Might feel nice to reach the left fingertips back behind you, really spreading the collarbones, lifting the heart. Finding that lightness up through the spine as you root your hips down into the earth. Once again, finding that support down through the lower body. And allowing for this nice flow of breath to move along the length of your spine. Let's stay for one more inhale here. As you exhale, slowly unwind your twist, coming back through center. Take your time as you unwind your legs, and we're just going to switch sides here. So this time, left heel curls in towards your right glute or extending the left leg. That right foot is going to cross over your left thigh. Sitting up nice and tall as you inhale. Take your exhale to turn your chest to the right and find your twist. So rather than using your arms to really pull you into this twist, instead, can you think about drawing your shoulder blades together on your back, lifting your heart, and letting that action open you up into your twist. And from there, that flow of your breath will do the rest, helping to deepen your experience of this posture today. And let's stay in our twist for one more inhale. As you exhale, slowly unwind, coming back through center. Unwind the legs, maybe stretch them out, give them a little shake for a moment. And then as you're ready, we're going to settle into a comfortable seated position here. So as you find your comfy seat, take a moment to find that sweet spot on the center of your sits bones. Lengthen up a little bit taller through the crown of your head, and allow your arms to relax by your sides. If it feels safe and comfortable for you, your eyes can close. Otherwise, finding a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. And taking a few moments as we finish out our practice today to notice how it feels to really connect with nature, the nature within you and around you. To really celebrate the earth and to celebrate yourself as part of the earth. And I invite you to end our practice today with 3 rounds of our lion's breath. So this is a fun breath where we inhale naturally in through the nose. On the exhale, you'll open your mouth wide, stick out your tongue, and let out a nice big ah. So as you're ready, please join me for 3 rounds of this lion's breath. Inhale through your nose. Open the mouth, stick out your tongue. Round 2, inhale. Open wide. Last one, inhale. Let it out. Returning to your natural rhythm of breath. And maybe bringing your hands together in front of your heart, finding Anjali Mudra. This gesture of gratitude as we seal our practice together today. The wild in me recognizes and honors the wild in you. Namaste. Be well.